Human civilization has always pushed against the limits of what was once thought impossible. From pyramids carved out of the desert to skyscrapers standing like steel mountains, every era is defined by the scale of what it dares to build. In the 21st century, that ambition has only grown bolder. Governments, engineers, and visionary planners are now undertaking projects so massive in budget, scale, and impact that they reshape entire regions and economies. These are megaprojects, developments costing billions, employing armies of workers, and affecting the lives of millions. A megaproject is typically defined as a development exceeding $1 billion in cost, influencing over 1 million people, and involving extreme technical, financial, and political complexity. They are risky, controversial, and frequently delayed, yet they also represent humanity's most astonishing feats of coordination, innovation, and long-term ambition. What follows is a ranking of the 10 biggest megaprojects on Earth, measured by cost, scale, and transformative impact, from futuristic eco-cities to the largest engineering works ever attempted. Dubai has never been shy about dreaming big, but Dubailand stands as one of its most audacious visions, a leisure and entertainment development originally estimated at $64 billion, planned to eclipse even Disney's empire. Covering nearly 278 square kilometers, Dubailand was pitched as the world's ultimate tourism playground, featuring theme parks, resorts, stadiums, malls, ecological zones, and cultural venues, 45 major components, and over 200 sub-projects in total. The project's timeline has been anything but smooth. Global financial crises, market slowdowns, and shifting investor priorities forced Dubai to rethink its approach. Instead of building the entire dream at once, Dubailand evolved into a modular and phased strategy. Today, landmark attractions like Global Village and IMG Worlds of Adventure stand as completed pieces of the original puzzle, while the remaining phases continue to adapt to market demand. Dubailand is a case study in megaproject survival, flexible, long-term, and forever evolving in response to economic tides. Dubai built its wealth on trade and travel, and its next leap is Al Maktoum International Airport, a project projected to exceed $35 billion on completion. Its goal is nothing less than to become the largest and busiest airport on Earth, moving 260 million passengers and 12 million tons of cargo every year. To achieve that scale, the master plan includes 5 parallel runways and multiple massive concourses designed for seamless, round-the-clock global transit. Construction has moved in bursts, paused, reevaluated, and restarted, because engineering a facility of this size is a logistical marathon. The airport sits at the heart of Dubai South, a 145 square kilometer urban development designed to merge logistics, aviation, business, and residential life into a single, interconnected ecosystem. If completed to its full vision, Al Maktoum will cement Dubai as the beating heart of global air travel for decades to come. In the eastern deserts of Saudi Arabia lies Jubail 2, a sprawling industrial city with a staggering $80 billion price tag. Designed as an extension of the original Jubail project, it spans more than 6,000 hectares and hosts 22 major industrial complexes focused on manufacturing, refining, and petrochemicals. Its purpose is simple but strategic: to transform raw natural resources into higher value products, powering Saudi Arabia's economic engine beyond crude exports. Jubail 2 is also home to the world's largest independent water and power project, IWPP, built to sustain the energy-hungry industrial ecosystem. The project is now in its 4th and final phase, representing more than 40 years of continuous development. Jubail is not flashy like Dubai's megaprojects. Instead, it symbolizes the industrial backbone of a nation preparing for a post-oil future. Megaprojects are often symbols of national transformation, and King Abdullah Economic City, or KAEC, is exactly that. A bold $100 billion plus attempt to build an entirely new economic hub on the Red Sea. Covering 181 square kilometers, KAEC aims to host 2 million residents, complete with ports, universities, industries, resorts, and residential communities. Its crown jewel is King Abdullah Port, ranked among the world's fastest-growing ports and a key piece of Saudi Arabia's plan to dominate global logistics routes between Europe and Asia. Unlike many state-driven megaprojects, KAEC is funded largely through public-private partnerships, making it one of the most ambitious examples of market-driven city building in the modern era. It represents a new trend, not just megaprojects, but mega-cities built from scratch. On the other side of the world, the United States is attempting to break its dependence on cars and planes through the California high-speed rail, with estimated costs now between $100 and $128 billion. The plan is to connect San Francisco and Los Angeles via an 800-mile all-electric high-speed railway, slashing travel times and reducing emissions in one of America's busiest corridors. But the project has become one of the most controversial megaprojects in U.S. history, plagued by delays, lawsuits, land acquisition challenges, and exploding budgets. Construction is underway in the Central Valley, yet the full line remains years, possibly decades, from completion. The project is now a cautionary tale in megaproject planning: big vision, underestimated cost, and political tug-of-war. China's economic rise created a new crisis: water scarcity in its northern megacities. The response was the largest water project ever attempted, the South-North Water Transfer Project, costing over $79 billion and stretching more than 4,350 kilometers through 3 massive water routes. The goal is monumental: to divert 44.8 billion cubic meters of water every year to cities like Beijing and Tianjin. The project is already partly operational, supplying over 400 million people. The engineering is breathtaking. The middle route alone moves water using gravity, no pumps, across thousands of kilometers of varying terrain. It is the clearest modern example of a civilization-scale engineering solution to a civilization-scale problem. Not all megaprojects touch the ground. The International Space Station, humanity's largest structure in space, has cost an estimated $150 billion, shared among 15 nations. Orbiting Earth at 17,500 miles per hour, the ISS has been continuously inhabited since November 2000, serving as a laboratory, observatory, and testbed for our future journey to Mars. It stands as the greatest international scientific collaboration in history, overcoming political tensions and technical barriers that would have collapsed lesser projects. The ISS is scheduled for deorbit in the early 2030s, but its legacy and its data will shape space exploration for generations. Dubbed the world's most expensive oil field, Kashagan is a harsh lesson in megaproject complexity. With costs soaring beyond $190 billion, the field lies in the frozen, shallow waters of the North Caspian Sea, where winter ice, high-pressure gas, and toxic hydrogen sulfide make extraction extraordinarily difficult. Despite holding about 13 billion barrels of recoverable oil, Kashagan became infamous for delays, technical failures, and environmental challenges. Yet today it is operational, proving that even the most inhospitable environments can be conquered with enough engineering innovation and enough money. Some megaprojects are so successful that people forget they were ever megaprojects at all. The U.S. Interstate highway system, built from 1956 onward, cost over $530 billion in today's dollars and created 48,000 miles of connected highways, transforming the entire American way of life. It accelerated commerce, reshaped cities, fueled the automotive boom, and became the backbone of U.S. logistics and national defense. For every $1 invested, an estimated $6 returned to the U.S. economy, making it arguably the most economically transformative megaproject in human history. Standing at the top of the list is a project so futuristic, it feels like science fiction brought to life. NEOM, and its flagship linear city, The Line. With total NEOM costs projected at $500 billion and the line alone estimated at $100 to $200 billion, this 170-kilometer urban arc will house 9 million residents in a structure only 200 meters wide and 500 meters tall, with 0 cars, 0 roads, and 0 carbon emissions. Built on renewable energy and AI-driven systems, NEOM represents a completely new urban model, one where a city is a corridor, not a sprawl. Early phases are currently under construction, and if completed as envisioned, NEOM may become the most radical experiment in city building in human history. Megaprojects share familiar challenges: political battles, environmental resistance, cost overruns, and technological uncertainty. Yet they also have 3 common success factors: a clear purpose, sustained funding, and long-term political will. The ISS and Interstate highway system exemplify what happens when those 3 ingredients align. Looking ahead, projects like NEOM, Cake, and China's mega infrastructure networks signal a new era. One defined not just by scale, but by sustainability, connectivity, and futuristic urban design. The next generation of megaprojects won't just move people or goods. They will reshape how humanity lives, works, and survives on a crowded planet.